Good morning. I'm meteorologist Kevin Smith here at the National Weather Service in Pocatello with another edition of your Eastern Idaho planning briefing for Wednesday, April 29th. Taking a look at the impacts out there, warm temperatures today. It is going to be gorgeous across southeast Idaho for your day today. 80-degree readings possible for a few of you. We'll take a look at that graphically here in just a moment. On the flip side of that, though, increasing risk, increasing concern here for some strong to severe thunderstorms possibly tomorrow, Thursday afternoon and evening. Potential for some large hail and damaging winds, but it's not a slam dunk. There's a couple wild cards there, and we'll take a look at that. And, of course, continuing to monitor minor flooding and hydro concerns across the region as well with those warm temperatures. Taking a look at the satellite view this morning, got kind of apparent low pressure center up here off the coast of Canada. And as our loop reloads here, you might be able to pick out a little bit of that spin here in the water vapor and cloud cover. There we go. A little bit of spin signifying that low. And ahead of it, strong southwest flow developing over the Pacific and extending into the western United States. You can see our skies are mostly clear this morning across southern Idaho, and we may have a few mid to high level clouds try to sneak in this afternoon into this evening, but we are not expecting that to interfere at all with gorgeous temperatures with that warm southwest flow moving in today, and of course eventually bringing a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Weather impact overview, 2 days should quickly jump out at you here with our color coding. Again, strong to severe thunderstorm concern tomorrow for Thursday, moderate impact across the region. We're watching Sunday too. There's another system. It's our next slightly impactful system on the horizon is prog to come through on Sunday. More widespread showers and storms with that. Maybe a few stronger thunderstorms there as well, and we'll address that in the days ahead. Also marked here, a chance of some overnight shower and thunderstorm activity overnight into tomorrow morning for just about everyone across the region before we get to our main event tomorrow. Also expecting breezy conditions with both of these systems. So you see we've marked that here, particularly Snake Plain, Magic Valley, South Hills, Southeast Highlands, both for Thursday and Sunday's system, getting pretty breezy out there. Chance of a few showers and thunderstorms, lighter, low impact Friday and Saturday for some of you. Here's a look at those high temperatures. Take a look at this forecast across the region this afternoon. 70s for just about everybody, but some 80s possible here as you get down from Shelley and Blackfoot, down across Pocatello, American Falls, Burley, Twin Falls, up toward Cary, out to Shoshone. 80 to 85 readings possible this afternoon. Warmest temperatures we've seen so far this year. Not sure we'll break any records with that, but it's certainly going to be gorgeous, again, under mostly sunny skies throughout the day today. Okay, let's jump into the system that is approaching our area. And as we sometimes do, we're going to take a look at one of the many computer models that we like to look at. And again, a caution here, don't focus too specifically on exactly where a little individual thunderstorm is trying to set up. Moreover, look at the overall picture, the overall flavor that this model is giving us. So as we kick off at 10 p.m. this evening, again, still a gorgeous day. And model's trying to generate a shower or storm here in the eastern Magic Valley. Low confidence on whether or not this will happen. I think for the most part, we're going to be dry through midnight. But as we advance to 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, now to 5 a.m., you can see this zone of showers and embedded thunderstorms developing from the central mountains down across the Magic Valley just west of Burley. As we step forward, 6, 7, 8, 9 a.m., you can see that activity transitioning eastward across the Snake Plain, the South Central Highlands, the Upper Snake Highlands, Island Park area. And then 10, 11, noon, 1 o'clock, that activity drifts off to the east, and by about 2 o'clock, moving into the state of Wyoming. Now, not expecting severe weather or major hazards out of this morning activity. So maybe some embedded thunder, but other than that, you can see it's pretty organized. This is a pretty good signature for, I think a lot of you are going to see a little bit of shower, a little bit of wetness out of this, maybe a rumble of thunder, but not expecting it to be a big deal. Look behind this. Starting about 2 o'clock or so, you can see some development of shower and thunderstorm activity, hit and miss here from the Central Mountains down toward Twin Falls. This is the window where our severe weather concern begins. 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, a smattering of thunderstorms out there across the region. Continuing into the evening and moving off to the east. By the time we get to 10 o'clock, we're into the highlands here, approaching the Wyoming border, and we should be done everywhere by 10 or 11 o'clock Thursday evening. So again, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m., I think the best window for potential strong to severe thunderstorms. The one wild card, the main wild card in all of this, as I back this loop up a little bit, is really this morning rainfall, okay? This band of showers coming through. You can see by the time we get to 11 o'clock or noon, we may still be raining a little bit over eastern portions of the forecast area. And that rain and that cloud cover associated with that rain will tend to keep things a little cooler. So the big question is, how much cloud cover is this going to leave in its wake? Are we going to see the sun break out to the west of this morning activity to fuel those thunderstorms? If we can get lots of clearing, lots of sunshine, models are indicating some very good instability to really fuel these strong to severe thunderstorms. And the other thing we're really worried about is a lot of wind shear in the atmosphere. So what that means is, as you start at the ground and move up into the sky, the winds get stronger and stronger and stronger as you go up. That's something that really helps to organize and intensify these thunderstorms and make them last longer. So we'll be watching to see how the destabilization goes behind this morning activity throughout the day and the impact that might have on afternoon thunderstorm activity. So, severe weather possible. We're outlined across the whole region for that potential. 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. best window. And again, strong damaging winds, large hail are our two greatest threats, okay? 60 mile an hour or greater wind gusts, certainly possible. And maybe some hailstones up to quarter or even ping pong ball size out of the strongest thunderstorms of the day, and particularly if that wind shear can organize any of the thunderstorms into what we call supercells. Certainly seeing that large hail potential. I think tornado potential is really low, but not completely zero. A slight chance of an isolated tornado, depending on how much destabilization we get throughout the course of the day. Make sure you can get warnings. This is a great day to prepare, double check, make sure you have a way to get any alerts that we're issuing during the potential severe weather on Thursday. Make sure your phone is set up to get wireless emergency alerts. Make sure your NOAA weather radio is working, your weather apps that you might have. Check our social media pages, Facebook and Twitter, etc., and just make sure you have a way to get those warnings should we see severe weather on Thursday. The other impact from this system for Thursday, again, those strong winds just off the surface, regardless of any thunderstorm development, are going to be a little on the high side. So our forecast is calling for sustained winds here, 15 to 25 miles an hour across most of southeast Idaho Thursday afternoon and evening. And here's a look at the wind gusts, 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts possible. Most of the Snake Plain, even in the upper Snake Plain, seeing some of these values. So I think lake wind conditions are going to be an issue on American Falls Reservoir. We may need to issue a lake wind advisory as we approach Thursday. Overall, the values are a little low for issuing any type of broader wind advisory or high wind warning or anything like that. Could see some isolated instances of some blowing dust. I think if we see some of that shower activity during the morning, if it's able to wet things down a little bit, and then we keep the winds at these values and don't make them any stronger, I think the threat will be a little bit mitigated, a little bit isolated. But certainly some of those trouble spots like I-86 from American Falls to Pocatello, maybe the Fort Hall area, the Roberts area on I-15, still want to watch out for maybe some hit and miss blowing dust during the windiest period Thursday afternoon and evening. Again, warm on Thursday, not quite as warm as today, but still getting up into the 70s. And if we can get some clearing and sunshine, plenty of heat and instability to fuel those thunderstorms. Few lingering showers and storms possible Friday, particularly across the southern and eastern highlands, so south and east of the main interstate corridors here. A little bit cooler, temperatures generally in the 60s across the region. We gain a few degrees Saturday with a hit and miss shower or storm. And then Sunday, very similar temperatures, 65 to 75 across the region. And again, we're watching for another round of more widespread shower and thunderstorm activity possible coming up on Sunday. That'll be system number 2 here in your forecast. We'll wrap up with a quick look at hydro. Again, warmer temperatures really melting off some of that mid to high level snowpack in the mountains, sending all of that into our waterways. Still have a flood advisory in effect for the Blackfoot River above Blackfoot Reservoir. This blue line showing you what the water level has been doing. It's right in this action stage to low end minor flood stage over the last several days. So the action stage is bank full conditions. Minor flood means we may start to see some spillage and some seepage into the lowlands and fields in the area. Expecting this to continue over the next several days. But not expected to get much higher than it is now. Willow Creek, a flood warning in effect for the Willow Creek below Tex Creek. That's up to the south of the Ryrie area. Little wiggle here in what the water has been doing every day, but it's been fluctuating right near bankful or low-end minor flood stage as well. A few other trouble spots we're watching. Snake River running pretty close to bankful up in the High C and Lorenzo area, but no impacts at this point, and we don't have any alerts out. Mackey Reservoir, You can see the blue line showing what it has done, but it is projected to potentially fill over the next week or so we're going to be keeping an eye on that. And the Henry's Fork has a little bit of an increased flood threat over the spring season here, as we've been messaging to our water partners. You can see the forecast over the next several days here as you get out towards Saturday, Sunday. Not quite getting to bank full, so a spot that we'll be watching, but right now not expecting any major issues on the Henry's Fork. That's what we're looking at. Again, warm today, that thunderstorm potential as we go into Thursday, so be prepared for that, and we'll continue to monitor those hydro and flood concerns across the region as well. That's it for your hazard briefing today. If you have any questions for us, as always, please reach out, and have a great Wednesday.